Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Yup. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover legend, Jay Black, Shawnee Scott. Mo's not here today. She's still having internet problems, and I'm not joking. Like, she really is. There's something going on in her area. So we got to get it popping. We got a special guest. Kanye West will be on the show today. Psych.
Nobody else showing love. We got you yet.
We
gonna come on here. You want to spit your rhetoric? You want to talk your ish?
Go
come
ahead.
to Media Room 360.
Come to Media Room 360, Kanye.
Yes, you're welcome, Kanye.
And you ain't even got to apologize afterwards. You can just go run with it. You can just go run whatever rhetoric you want to speak. How was your night, Jay Black? How was your night?
Everything's good. Monday night football is horrible too. Yeah, I'm done with Russell Wilson. I say this every week. I'm done. I'm not putting another bet anything towards Russell. Nothing. No more beliefs. I'm like Future right now. I'm not rocking with Russell Wilson. I'm done. Sierra, you can have him. He's not my quarterback. I'm just done. Done. Beyond done.
Did I miss the game? Yeah, I was. Yeah. Who played last night?
Nobody. No, it was the Chargers against the Denver Broncos.
Who won? The Chargers won?
In overtime. Yeah. They couldn't move the ball at all. It was a field goal fest. One of them type games. Yeah.
Oh, this ends the fantasy football week, or this starts the fantasy football.
That ends it.
That ends it. Yeah, that's the ending.
I beat Iris this week.
From Thursday to Monday. Just always remember, Thursday to Monday is the NFL week.
Let's see Shawnee's record.
So I have
I'm at the bottom.
I have no idea where I'm at. I don't know if I won. I don't know.
Looks like I'm in first place. I mean, it's obvious. I lost that first week to Shawn Robinson and been on a streak ever since.
I still haven't been able to get on the app to see everything.
Oh,
That's
okay. So I see you're first, then there's two people in second.
Yeah, there's two people tied for second. Yep.
4 people tied for fourth, which includes you, Mike.
Mm-hmm. Well, I haven't even made a.
Then 2 people tied for 8th. How they go from 4th all the way to 8th? Well, I guess that's
the total number of teams. Yeah.
That's me and Shawn Robinson, and then Basil is number 10.
So Shawn beat me that first week, and he ain't did nothing since. That's what happened. It ain't about how you start, Shawn. I remember if he watching, he always talked all that trash week 1.
Good morning.
Diane.
How was your night, Shawnee Scott?
It was cold because we went to the game. The girls wanted to go to their school football game. So when I picked them up from school, I didn't know that I was going to Seagoville.
Oh, I guess that's far.
Yeah, it ain't down the street.
So how was the game? Oh, you
I only watched. Yeah, I only watched the first half, and then I went to my car because it was cold.
Yeah. Then what y'all do when y'all got home? Everybody just went to they corners.
Nah, they really ticked me off good last night because they wanted something to eat. So where we live, there's not a lot of stuff to eat at night. So I said, okay, well, I'm gonna drive to Uptown, and then we can just pick because there's restaurants on each side. We drive through Uptown. I find this Chinese restaurant I want to go to. And then they say, oh, well, we can just eat at home.
Yeah, we good.
We're good. After you done spent that money on gas and drove around and figured out, no, we're all right. We're going to make a grilled cheese at the house.
I need all that.
So, that was my night.
Girls are different, man. Girls are just different. Women are just y'all different. But I'm glad you had a good night. I'm glad y'all got out and everything like that. First night.
Yeah.
First night without Uncle Mike being there. So y'all, cause I don't know if I'd have went there. I think I would have just been like, how about we just DoorDash and get some Uber Eats or something?
Oh, don't even tell that lie because you were the king for what do y'all want to eat? Well, where you want to go? Well, Carly, what do you want to eat?
Woo! Well, I'll see y'all soon. Anyway, so Kanye West will not be on the show today.
Oh,
We'd accept him. Like I said earlier, like you can always come here, and for those who don't know, Nori done panicked and went on the Breakfast Club and did a whole long apology and was on there for 15 minutes, and everybody is up in arms off of Kanye West saying something crazy, which is kind of crazy. It's like, why are we shocked? But I don't know what the big deal is at this point. No, the more I review it, the more I don't even know what the big deal is. Like, okay, he offended people. That's what he does. That's what he always does. Sometimes on purpose, sometimes by mistake. So I don't know. That was a long apology. Like, I guess Diddy, me and Shawnee had this conversation. We had this conversation on the air, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope.
Me and Shawnee. Obviously, somebody put some pressure on Diddy. Then in turn, Diddy put the pressure on Nori. And then Nori gets on and does a long apology.
This is all alleged.
All alleged. All alleged. This is all hypothetical. This is all circumstantial evidence or whatever the hell it's called in court. But this is I guess this is some of the apology. We ain't got to play the whole thing.
Yeah, just a little piece of it.
Yeah, just a little piece.
What's the word, Nori? Talk to us.
I just want to be honest. I support freedom of speech. I support anybody, not being censored, but I do not support anybody being hurt. I did not realize that the George Floyd statements on my show was so hurtful. And you got to realize it was the first 5 minutes of the show. Like when he walked in, he told my producer, he said that if he'll stop filming, that he'll walk out. So I didn't want a Birdman moment. I didn't want a Birdman moment with Shawn, where Birdman walked out. So I wanted the man to speak. But later on, I actually checked him about the George Floyd's comments. I actually checked him about the White Lives Matter. But it was so later in the episode, and it was so I was already inebriated at that time.
So that's the gist of it.
I feel you, Nori. I feel you.
He was drunk. He was inebriated.
Yeah.
So he apologized. He said he didn't want to hurt people. He said hurt people, and even though he was in the moment, he's sorry, and he pulled in the interview, and he shouldn't have aired it.
I'm wondering, isn't the person who's in charge of editing the show?
He said they don't edit. Nori said they don't edit. They do straight runs.
That's a problem. Well, I bet you they're going to be editing.
Well, I think when he was saying that, what he meant was him and the other guy don't sit down in post and say, okay, I want this part, I want that part. They don't edit. Somebody else takes the whole creative control. But something else he said in there was, he said it twice. He said, I'm a journalist. Or you're not a journalist. Because if you were a journalist, you wouldn't be on here apologizing. Because and then you wouldn't have made yourself the news, because that's the first thing we learn. You report the news. You don't become the news. As a journalist, that's your job, to ask the questions and allow the guests to say what it is they want to say. That's their opportunity. No, you are a person that has an opinion, that has a podcast. So there is a big difference between journalism and what y'all doing on Drink Champs, because you wouldn't be apologizing right now.
And journalists don't do shots.
That too. Yes, they do.
Why they work? No, I'm saying while they're doing the interview.
Well, not on TV, but not while the camera is rolling. Well, not in front of the camera. Let's get it right. Not in front of the camera, but they do that. But no, you did an interview. You wanted the interview. You put Kanye on. Kanye said what he said, which we already know, and we already know what to expect from Kanye. So I don't understand why this is such a big surprise to everybody. And at the end of the day, Kanye did drop some nice nuggets in that interview that we will not pay attention to, because we're so focused on him being crazy. But we know he can't come out like Martin Luther King or Malcolm X and just flat out give us the game, because then they really will kill him. But we don't think about all that.
It's drink champs. They get drunk on purpose and do interviews. Somebody's gonna get offended. Somebody, if you're gonna sit there, if all three of us right now just started doing shots right now and just started throwing them back and smoking a lot of weed, somebody gonna get offended. It's drink champs. The whole format was to do this.
It was to be lighthearted and fun, not the whole worrying about we offending people. But
what's gonna happen? I'm gonna offend somebody after my fifth shot. Like
without a shot, you gonna offend somebody. It's been times on here you done offended plenty of people without a shot. I don't know if you have one or not, but the point is people tune in. It's not like this is mandatory and you have to sit down and watch this show. I didn't see anything wrong with their interview. I thought it was a good interview.
No, what they're saying is, why would they still air him saying the George Floyd aspect of the knee wasn't really on his neck, where we clearly saw the knee was flush on his neck. The whole White Lives Matter, just giving him that platform to continue to speak those words.
Well, we
so
know
that's
why.
What people are upset.
Well, we know that
it's profitable because the interview is going to be profitable. That interview is for good or bad, whether you agree, disagree on what you felt about the interview is now super viral. Like everybody who didn't watch it the first time is going back. Good morning, Ashley. Is going back to watch it now.
And they put all 3 hours up now. So now it's not just the 45, the 56 minutes that they had up prior to Nori apologizing. Now the whole 3 hours is up. So you can watch the whole thing.
Because Nori wants you to see that I did try to check him. And I watched that piece where
needs to just stop. I can't stand when people do that. Okay, Nori. All right, cool. Just
the first mistake is apologizing. I didn't say it.
He don't want to get sued.
But I didn't.
But you aired it on your platform, so he could be a part.
Revolt aired it, and if YouTube is airing it, that's on them too.
Yeah, that's why when Nori and them don't have a. When you go to look for that, you got to watch it on Revolt's YouTube channel.
So they in the lawsuit. So
YouTube channel doesn't come up there.
So if George Floyd's family wanted to go after not only Kanye but the platform, they did choose to do that, and then the platform can go after whoever to try to recruit whatever, but they don't want to be a part of that initial lawsuit. So Nori is clearly trying to save face and say, no, I don't want to be part of that. I'm sorry, this wasn't me. Like, he don't want any of that smoke of being, not perceived as down with the culture moving forward. He don't want to get sued. So
I don't know why he thought that, because he been in this business long enough to know, boo boo, you just got your podcast of the year, so you should have known that BS was about to start knocking on your door. So you got to be extra careful.
The problem I have with society, I get if you want to be offended by something, I understand. I was offended by the George Floyd thing just because it didn't make any sense. There was no common sense behind his statement. But we either going to have free speech or we're not going to have free speech. We can't have free speech with sidebars on it. Well, you can say this unless you offend somebody. It's either I live in a country where I can say what I want to say, or I can't.
Even if it's not factual.
That happens every day. I ain't mad at his family for wanting to sue, because
me either.
Clearly, that it's like, what are you talking about, and why are we starting this off like this? But it got everybody's attention. Then nobody click off the thing and say, I ain't watching this because Kanye crazy.
Well,
everybody sat there and watched everything else he said, and Kanye is not crazy. He knows exactly what he's doing.
No, he's not. But I think Kanye is reckless, and I think his opinions are reckless, and I think he uses his platform in a fucked up way. I think he uses the power that he has with that microphone. He uses it in a fucked up way because he wants attention. And Kanye always needs attention. At every minute, every second, he always needs to say something that gets people riled up because he loves the attention. And when you say something like a George Floyd thing, I mean, the whole country was pissed off about this. It was a tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
And you decide you're gonna drop one of your weird ass opinions as usual. As usual. You want to drop one of your weird ass opinions on a tragedy. Like your responsibility, like I'm for freedom of speech, like Nori said. I'm for it. Trust me. I know I've said shit that's pissed people off. But your reckless behavior has gotten out of control. Like that White Lives Matter t-shirt, I'm gonna keep saying it. That shit pissed me off. Like after everything that people are struggling to try and get justice, you want to play this little fucking game and wear a White Lives Matter t-shirt because it's nothing but propaganda. That's what you're doing because you want some more attention. Just like you needed so much attention, you had to sit with Donald Trump in his office and use the N-word. And use the N-word in front of him. And have that justification. Like it's a constant thing with you. Like I don't know mentally, I don't know where he's at. I don't like the word, and I'm not saying this about you, Shawnee. I don't like the word crazy because I think it's deeper than that. But your actions, like he's never held accountable. I said this a long time ago. The worst person that we could have be a billionaire is Kanye. Because Kanye is not going to use that platform to empower people. He's going to drop some nuggets on how and this and that. But then I'm Kanye comes out and I need all the spotlight and the shine on whether it's bad or good. I need it all on me. Whether it's going on Instagram, going live, talking about Kim Kardashian, talking about I need my kid. Duh, if you're a billionaire, you got lawyers. Why is you on Instagram live negotiating? You want to see your kids. Like you act like me. You act like you in my tax bracket. If you're a billionaire, which you wanted Forbes to tell everybody you were a billionaire. Kanye, you're a billionaire. We get it. We got it. Are you happy now? Forbes has acknowledged that you're a billionaire. But you still on Instagram like you a 24-year-old coming at people. Coming at your baby mom or ex-wife or whatever. And you might be justified. But that's why you got lawyers. Go to fucking court. Set them lawyers up since you're a billionaire. Get them lawyers and say, we're going to take this to court and we're going to have a problem now. Because that's where it really gets settled. Going on Instagram don't settle shit. But you like the attention. That's what you like. Kanye don't understand that they once didn't like him, especially when he said Bush didn't like black people or something to that effect. He goes from one extreme to another. He goes from telling the world that a president doesn't like black people, and then he wears a White Lives Matter t-shirt. So where are we at?
Well, he said for the White Lives Matter that he's not saying that black lives don't matter by wearing a White Lives Matter shirt. It doesn't mean that.
Like, dog, I don't get him. But you know what? The problem is, and I'm doing it right
and Trump
now.
Did say he went too far, Don. Don Pace mentioned that he heard somewhere. Even Trump said, all right, yeah, you're going too far. Like, slow down.
But who is he to say somebody went too far? Kanye is not the only person that went and said that's black that went and sat down with Trump.
Uh-oh.
He's not. And then, it's like I said, my opinion. Kanye knows what he's doing. Kanye is a billionaire. Kanye at least gives us information. We got other black billionaires that won't tell us nothing other than, you got to get yours. You got to figure it out.
What's he telling us?
And they keep playing the game, but he gives information. He tells us how to operate these systems. It's just packaged around all this BS. And that's all we focus on is the BS. We won't take that other part and say, okay, all right, I got that. Let me take this information and figure out how I can make this work.
Because
He
that's
does
what he
that.
does. That's what he does
He
to his
does
own
that.
message.
I mean, with Kim, yeah, he's a billionaire. He can do whatever. But I think a lot of that is probably just exposure, just exposing that family for who they are.
I don't.
I mean,
I mean, everybody has their own perspective on it, but to me, it becomes just reckless behavior, and it's something that he continues. He just does. And you know what the problem is? We give him attention.
but he can't come out and say, okay, we gonna have the Black Forum and I'm gonna teach Black people how to become millionaires. He can't say that like that.
Why?
He can't come and be sensible, because that's when he'll end up being killed by them. He know white people ain't for him. He know that boy is not crazy.
I'm not saying he's crazy.
He's really not. He's not. But he giving the information. But Black people, and I'm Black, so I'm gonna say this: we're so stuck on what happened to us before that we can't move forward into what's new, because we don't want to. We want to stick with, oh, well, that's offensive. That offended me. Okay, how do we move away from this? We're gonna be offended. Period. At what point in life are you not gonna be offended?
Yeah, I don't have a problem defending. I have a problem. I have a problem with Kanye.
The point is to get the information that you need and do what you need to do with it. We know when this man opened his mouth, we already know that something is gonna come out that don't make sense to us. We know this.
That don't make any sense. That's my problem.
That
makes no sense. So
but we listen. We listen to hear what he got to say, and then we use what he has to say as content.
But it's not because it's a special message that he said. We watch because he's a celebrity, and we're watching for content. We're watching to see what the next. But all of it is a train wreck. It turns into a train wreck.
We use his train wreck for our benefit.
Yeah,
well, being a billionaire plays a part till you watch, because you got other celebrities that you just know is bat-ish crazy, but you got some that, okay, well, he made it to be a billionaire. He did something right. He knows something. So you give him
he's a talented.
You listen.
Yeah, Kanye is not strapped down. Jay-Z ain't gonna get on here and do this, because he know his little box. He can only go so far.
Johnny, the president of Jarvis College, Newman, also went to talk to Trump. Yeah, I mean, Trump sucked a lot of people in.
Steve Harvey was up there kiki ha with Trump.
Yeah.
Y'all still listen to the Steve Harvey Morning Show? All the presidents of the HBCUs went to see Trump because he made a big media deal about signing that bill where they give HBCUs money. They've been doing that. All the presidents do that. That is nothing new. It's just Trump put a big spin on it and made a big deal. So, you know, I get frustrated because, especially when people talk about Kanye with Trump, it's a whole bunch of people that look like us that's up there skinning and grinning with Trump. Trump ain't add no money to that bill for HBCUs. He ain't do nothing different than any other president. Nothing. I don't give a diggity dog about the White Lives Matter shirts, because the same thing I said about Black Lives Matter. When Black Lives Matter came out, if you took the time to read the website, the first website that was put up, then you would understand these squares. Black Lives Matter wasn't what, Mike, you not Black, but me and Jay. It wasn't about our lives. It wasn't about your kids' lives. It wasn't about those Black lives. It was about and I don't know the acronym. I don't want to mess it up, but that was about and I don't want to be politically incorrect, but it wasn't about straight Black people's lives. That's why when other things would happen in the community, and I'd be like, well, why Black Lives Matter ain't there? When this person then got shot by the police and that person, why they weren't there? But nobody thought about that, because we just had the Black Lives Matter, and we gonna just run with that. Find out what you supporting all the way around. And then all the Black Lives Matter shirts that were made wasn't made by Black people.
No, of course not. Stacey Mitchell, did he say Drake had sex with Chris? I don't know, telling it all.
No, what he said was Drake came to him and said nothing happened between him and Kim Kardashian, because in another song, a reference was made. Kanye made a reference about somebody's wife, and Kanye was with that person and told him, hey, Nothing happened. Okay, so Drake apparently made some kind of reference. Drake came to Kanye and said, Kanye, it never happened. That's all. It was 2 men talking, or 3 men talking. That's it.
So are
but
we
you gotta
mad at-
watch the interview. You gotta watch it.
You can't follow Kanye. Kanye is like a crossword. Kanye is like a crossword puzzle. Like you literally, in order to follow his systematic thought process, you have to have GPS. You got to have a mental GPS to follow where he goes. When you say George Floyd, when you say they put fentanyl in George Floyd out of the clear blue sky, and then you say there's not a knee on his neck. And then you want to talk about black. I'm like, dog, then you want to talk about black empowerment. Then you want to have a White Lives Matter shirt on. Then you want to talk about Drake didn't do this or I didn't do that. Then you want to, dog, you can't follow this dude.
JP Chase, the bank. He was all over the
place. Then he'll talk about they didn't want to tell the world I was a billionaire. Do you know people got real problems? Who cares? And I get frustrated because I pay attention to him, but we got to do a show. So we got to do a show and follow this content. And he knows that everybody has to do a show. So he's like,
follow his content. There's other stuff we can talk about.
No, we can definitely talk about other stuff. But when it's the hottest story in the country,
we can talk about other stuff. we can sit here for 2 hours and talk about you staying here for a week. They gonna tune in. What you think they want to hear? They want to hear that. They want to be just that.
A lot of it.
So we can come up with content. That's what I'm saying. We don't have to talk about Kanye. We ain't got to talk about Kanye. It's a whole bunch of stuff we can talk about.
It's the Candace Owens.
We all got stories that we can tell that are interesting that people will sit there and listen to.
But what I'm hearing is Candace Owens really manipulated a lot of this because he was promoting her documentary really heavy. And then come to find out, I guess her husband owns that Parler social media platform, and Kanye now is saying he's going to be buying it. So I don't know if that plays a part. So if Candace Owens' husband owns this media outlet, the Parler one that, they spit a lot of Republican stuff that may not be true. If Kanye really buys that and she manipulated him to give her husband money to buy that platform, I don't know. There's all these conspiracies.
Did you really think that Candace Owens is manipulating Kanye West?
I think
I wouldn't be
absolutely it could be a part.
I've been manipulated. I've been manipulated by people. If you feed into his ego, you can manipulate Kanye West. You just got to feed into his ego. That's all. And all you got to do is feed into his ego and say what the things that you're saying I either agree with or I find very interesting, and he'll keep going. And he'll in my opinion, that's how you can manipulate somebody like that. Feed into their ego and keep it going. But
so are we mad at Kanye? Are we mad at Nori for backtracking, putting the interview up, or then canceling, taking it down, apologize? Who we mad at? Are we mad at both of them?
No, I'm not mad at Nori because I think the powers that be put him in a situation where they sat down with lawyers and said, we gotta fix this. And I think Nori was like, oh shit, I didn't. Well, he said it. He said, I didn't know that it was that deep. And he went, so I'm not mad at Nori. I'm not mad at Kanye. I'm really mad at myself for paying him so much fucking attention.
I'm not mad at Nori. The only thing that I say, and just being a radio and broadcasting person, is that if you decide that you want to get in this lane, understand what you're getting into. Because Nori's, like I said, he said twice in that apology on the Breakfast Club, well, I'm a journalist. No, you're not.
No,
you were a journalist, you shouldn't be sitting here doing this. So understand what you're getting yourself into, and take the time to understand instead of just, chasing the fame. I like Nori. I like the show, but I don't think that he needs to get on there and apologize because it was a good interview. At the end of the day, it was a good interview. You can't take that from him,
Right, they know it.
Back on Kanye, it ain't his job to get on to be in an interview with somebody and fight back. That's not your job as a journalist.
Well, Whack 100 saying that Nori, he was there, he heard, he should have said something in that moment. He knew what he was doing.
He
He
didn't
wanted
have
them ratings.
to. No,
Well,
he,
but
no, he
real
doesn't
quick,
have
Shawnee,
to.
the problem is now, she's right. You're not a journalist, but the problem is now the people who do interviews now want to also be the celebrity at the same time. So when
Right.
you do that, well, now you become part of the story. And I don't even know why they don't have a disclaimer before the show. I think they used to have a disclaimer before Drink Champs came on. They used to put a disclaimer up.
That comes up. Yeah, it's a disclaimer that comes up. But that's the thing. Like I'm saying, you're not a journalist. Because you're not supposed to be news.
This is the statement you need, Nori, every time you do these interviews. The views and opinions expressed by our guests are those of the guest, not of Drink Champs, Revolt, or whatever other companies you got going in there. Like, and just leave it at that.
But you have a responsibility as a platform and your sponsorships. If you air on stuff like that, you could potentially lose that bread. And that's what Diddy and Revolt is facing right now. And you can be held accountable for that lawsuit.
But that's what I'm saying. That's not how any of this was set up. When you sit down,
but that's where we're at in 20.
When you sit
on
down,
October 18th, 2022,
you interview somebody, you are interviewing them. You're interviewing them. The best interviews that are given are interviews that stay focused on the person that's being the interview, not for the interviewee to say, "Oh, well, you know what I felt." It ain't about you. It's about the person that you're interviewing. And if those are like Mike said, that disclaimer, if those are their thoughts, views, and opinions, that disclaimer covers that. But that's what I'm saying. They let this thing bust wide open, and you got people that don't know how to really do this effectively. So now what's going to happen? You got people that's getting ready to start these podcasts and decide they want to go back and forth with the damn guests they got. And that's not how it was supposed to be.
I will say this. The one thing that I thought was crazy is that when he said we don't edit the show. Like that's the one crazy thing I said. Like if you got a show that's getting millions of people to watch, and you say we just gonna let it run, and y'all want to do that? Look, listen, we live in a lawsuit country. We live in a lawsuit country. So if you're just gonna let a show just run, and you're not gonna have a team of editors or you're not gonna sit down and be like, okay, we did the interview, let's watch it and let's see if there's something that because I know they're gonna do it now. From here on out, they're gonna do it. But when you just say we just put it out there, well, okay. Ain't no other country got more lawsuits than America. All right, that's what you want to do. Like if that's the chance you want to take, then go ahead. Because every other interview is going to be regular after this, after Kanye, because Kanye just raised the bar to a point where you damn near got to go up there and light yourself on fire in order to tap this one. You just got to put gasoline on, just light yourself on fire by poof. But anyway, yes, editing is sometimes very necessary. Yeah, it's very necessary, especially when but I blame the network too. How are you letting just shows because we like the reckless behavior. We like the fact that things get said on there. Like we like the Irv Gotti. All of a sudden, Irv Gotti don't seem as wild. All of a sudden, that interview don't seem as wild. How can I get that shirt behind you? Go to wokeupinspired.com. And you can see the whole thing. Oh, Jay was already on it. Oh, Shawnee was on it. One of y'all was on it.
First of all, no. Second of all, no. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you got it.
Oh, okay. So off the Kanye West thing. Oh, okay. I told Shawnee after I got off. Yeah. So I'm on a flight. Good morning, cuz.
Claude.
I'm on a flight back to Philly, and there's a couple next to me, cool couple. I forget the dude's name. I assume they were married. They were giggling and they were chilling, and we was like, I normally don't talk to people on the plane, but because they were so friendly, I was like, whatever. We were talking and whatever, and I fell asleep. So I fell asleep on the aisle. And how about two people up front were about to get it popping on the plane.
Like fight popping or sex?
No, fight popping.
Okay.
And with
I
the
never
fight
know.
popping, I've seen that. I've seen that on the plane too. I've seen. Yeah, I was like, wow, y'all really going just. I mean, it wasn't actual sex, but it was a whole bunch of hand movement going on. But so the flight attendant, the dude, the blonde hair, and the other dude, I'm asleep, but I hear voices raising, right? And the couple next to me is so funny, like, yo, it's about to happen. I'm like, what? And I pop up. And I'm seeing the ending of the argument, and I want to record it, even though I'm against this recording stuff, but I wanted to record it just so we could have it.
Mm-hmm.
So we land in Philly. They don't get into it, but they're close, right? They're close. Dog, when we get off the plane, there's like between 5 or 7 cops waiting for dude.
Waiting, yeah, they called ahead. Okay.
Waiting. I'm sitting there like, yeah, and I don't even like, not because I have that I need no problems, but they scooped this dude up and escorted him out. And I said, dog, why do y'all want to fight flight attendants? I don't get it. Dog, it's so tense on planes right now. Like everybody seems like they want smoke with flight attendants or the people who work at the ticket booth or the dog. We on Frontier. No disrespect, but the spirit of Frontier is the same damn thing.
It could have been some disrespect. Maybe I told you I need your foot tray all the way up. It's like, it's up. Get out of here. Like what like because they can be disrespectful. I come back and say, I told you. Whoa.
Like, I told you, you ain't my mom.
So it could have been something like that. Like, you're not gonna talk to me reckless. Well, I need you to do this, and now is a chess match.
Well, now, yeah, but now you got to go to jail.
Not for me expressing my thoughts, disagreeing with you.
Well, guess what happened? He expressed his thoughts, and he also he also expressed his arms behind him like this with the handcuffs. I said, stupid dummy.
They do be processing you kind of hard, though, Jay. I ain't never had that experience, but I've seen them be like, you know,
I need your bag all the way under your seat in front of you. I'm still sneaking my iPad right now. What are you talking about? Like, just go ahead. I thought you were done because at a certain point, y'all don't come back.
You know what, y'all can't follow no goddamn rules. That's what the problem is. Everybody want to avoid the rules. Put the tray up. Like, we need to. They tell you, can you put your trays all the way up? Or they'll be like, either open the little thing on the window or close it. And I see people exactly do the opposite on purpose. Like, what? Why?
But my bag under my chair, a little bit out. Okay, I need you to go all the way under. Come on, the bag under the seat, in front of you. I gotta push it all the way flush. My feet. Come on.
Oh, what is wrong with the rules? Like, why can't you just push it under? That's how
I don't even put the tray in the shit down. I don't do nothing. I just have my phone and everything right there in my lap.
Yeah, people are more sensitive right now, and
it is. That's why I stay quiet. That's why I was shocked. I was even talking to the couple because they were so friendly and they were so like happy. Like, I was jealous of their relationship. I was like, I really was.
Mike, I got my own shit going on.
I got my own shit going on, and y'all got the nerve to be happy. Like, they were so happy. I was like, what the fuck? It made me check my whole life. I was just like, I'm a hater right now. I'm hating on happiness. I'm like, what is going on? They were just chopping it up and talking about and there was never no like debates. They were just like, it was like one big show. I was like, oh my, you went home to pack.
You went home to pack to get all this things.
Yeah, I went home to pack.
He'll be back.
Yeah, I'm turning right back around.
He'll be back in Dallas soon.
Yeah. Shawnee got my itinerary. That's when you know there's a problem. When she like, I gotta ask her what exactly is my flight.
What time is? Who's going to be there to pick me up? Or I got an Uber? Or like what?
No, you're good. Just make sure you get your suit. And I'm like,
the event started at what time? Okay.
I ain't used to that. I mean, that was a good thing. I ain't mad. Trust me. I need that. She's an agent.
This is not the first time I've had your itinerary. Oh my God.
Don't forget your nasal strips. What? Okay.
I'm like, you see my black bag? Yep, looking at it right now, still in my bathroom.
You know, another thing we never talked about was the Nicki Minaj and Lotto. I know Mo is not here. It was a bunch of them about Nicki Minaj and Mulatto or Lotto or whatever. They beefing. Are y'all up on this? Or where we at?
Nicki Minaj and Lotto or Cardi B?
No, see, Nicki go after everybody. Nicki and Lotto been beefing. Something about over the, I guess I shouldn't have did this if Mo in here, but over the award show, apparently Nicki and Lotto were both nominated for what I missed. Shawnee pulling the lady Q on you, right? Yeah, she's making it where as though he can't move and do nothing without her. But they were both in the category, in the rap category, but they moved Nicki Minaj out of the rap category, put her in pop. And Nicki was upset that Lotto didn't speak up and stand up for her to say no. Well, if I'm still in hip hop, Nicki should be here as well. And it became a whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was like on, matter of fact, I think I got a picture of it on Twitter.
Yeah, I know I'm getting old.
So
I really don't care if Nicki's offended.
So Lotto had posted, I've ignored countless sub tweets. I guess Nicki be, taking them sub shots. So she, she addressed it and basically said she old. You're literally older than my mom trying to be a bully, and she added Nicki, so there ain't no subtweet there. And then Nicki responded, unfollowed. Like basically she unfollowed Lotto, and Lotto lost 150,000 plus followers because Nicki said unfollow. So all of her babe barbs unfollow Lotto. I'm like, is it that deep?
Yeah. The fact that the grown people are telling other grown people to unfollow, and the fact that the other grown people are actually taking the command and unfollowing, y'all are all losers right now. Anybody who unfollowed somebody simply because a celebrity that you don't know in real life told you to do it, you are lose. Drink the Ajax, yo. Like, you're a loser for real.
Drink the Ajax.
Drink the Ajax. Like, this is crazy. Like, y'all take this, like, but you know what it is? People needed escape from their real lives. Some people really needed escape from real. It's the reason why I watch football. It's the reason why I'm obsessed with sports, because it gives me an escape. It gives me an escape from what is really going on. So when you're sitting there on Twitter, the fact that you're still on Twitter is one thing. That's a whole different story. But that you're following this.
It was a Grammys. Okay.
I know there's nothing wrong with Twitter, but I'm like, if I lost a bunch of Twitter followers, I wouldn't give a damn. I don't even know how many followers I got on Twitter. Like, I just go there for sports news. But the fact that
you don't use it as a source to make money, though.
No, I don't use it. No, at all. But the fact that people are actually on demand, like what Rihanna got a Navy, Beyonce got the Beehive. God bless y'all. I ain't got time to be following. If Jay Black got his own, like, and that's, we friends. I ain't got time to be all on that. Like, y'all, it's not that serious. It's really not. And Nicki, you are old. How about that? Those are the facts. Just like me.
But Lotto don't owe her
when it comes
to for her though.
No, when it comes to hip hop, once you hit 30, you old. There's only a few rare breeds that can go as
Nicki's
long as
only 39. She'll be 40 December the 8th.
Oh, she's a rap. Yeah.
She'll be 40 in 2 months.
When it comes to hip hop age, that's like dog years. When it comes to hip hop age, she might as well be 55 right now.
But yeah, but
Jay Black's name.
2 Chainz started rapping when he was 40. He popped when he was 40.
Yeah, he got away with it. But once you know, that's why nobody wants to tell their age. I don't care. But nobody wants to tell their age in hip hop.
Shut up, Mike.
I mean, but I don't think I didn't understand why Nicki was upset that she got put in the pop category, because that's better than being in the hip hop.
But she said, well, why ain't Lotto done? She got Mariah Carey. They all doing the same thing. She said it's a similar sounds. Well, if I'm over here, first of all, Nicki, why would you want to pull her? Put her. Well,
yeah, why are you putting Lotto next to you? That's what I didn't understand either. It's like,
yeah.
But she's like, you got Mariah. Look, Lotto, like, look, I got my first Grammy knob. I put Mariah on the joint, and I guess the deeply undertone is Nikki was shading Lotto, saying you've been begging me to get on features for a long time, and she posted a lot of those comments with Nikki like, nah, keep working, not on this one. So Lotto got Mariah, and now she got nominated. So she kept it moving.
Listen, the strategy in hip hop is you do songs with younger rappers so you can stay relevant in their group of fans.
You know who Lotto is. You know
you got the big energy.
No, I honestly I can't. If Lotto was in front of me right now, I would not know who she is.
Well, she looks different. She started on Love and Hip Hop as Mulatto.
No, it was Love, the Love rap game, the JD. She was a kid. She was like 13,
oh yeah. So that thing, and her name was different. She's changed it. She looks
Mulatto. She used to be called Mulatto.
Yeah,
but she changed it because I guess it offended people. Once again, society, you can't offend people.
You can't say
mulatto. So she dropped them up.
Like, that's her name, though. That's
mulatto.
What she call herself. She came up with it, you know.
So it's a sensitive world. I remember I did a joke about being in rehab and what went on in rehab. Now, this is my story. This is my personal story. This is the true story. Like I was joking about the meds that they give you in rehab are amazing. Like if I could get these meds on the streets, I wouldn't be drinking alcohol. Like these meds are crazy. And an African guy was the guy. He was an African guy, and he puts the pills in that little white cup, and he gave me like 4 or 5 pills, and within like 5 minutes walking to my room, I was already good. Like, I was like, I'm good. I could do this all. And the person after the show was like, you were really funny. But do you think it's right to make light of people of being in rehab? Because there are people who may want to go to rehab. And I'm like, wait a second. Now y'all want to start shutting people down, talking about themselves? Like, I'm like, no. I said, first of all, you had a comedy show. Second of all, it really happened. And third of all, it was funny. So, yeah, I'm going to keep saying it. Matter of fact, I got to remind myself about that joke.
This is your story.
Well, but people will critique you on your story now. People will get offended by you telling your story now. And be like, you're making fun and you're making light of a serious situation. Duh. That's exactly what we do. We make people laugh at stuff that are problems. Well, that's what I do. Like, I can either make you forget about your problems or laugh at your problems. What problem?
I got a serious problem. I want to know, Lady Q last night asked me this question, and then we got into it. Like, what color do you see, Mike? Please tell me the 2 colors you see.
Dog, you got to make that a little bigger.
Shiny, what colors can you see?
I can't tell what that is. I mean, I know it's a dress.
I know it's 2 colors. I think it's gold. Gold or white.
The picture looked black and white, so I don't know.
You said you see gold. Let me see if I can make this bigger or something.
If you can make it bigger, because I'm blind as a
bat. Text it to us.
Wait a minute. I uploaded a video because me and Lady Q got the debate in this. I said, you talking about something serious. Now show me what colors you see.
This is gold.
You see gold
and white.
You see white
and gold and white and gold and white and gold and white and gold and white and gold, white, gold, white, gold, white, gold, white.
And you're dead serious.
Yeah, what color is this?
Clearly blue.
That's white as fuck. What are you talking about?
Okay, thanks for zooming in to show more people. So me and her were debating. I could believe she didn't see his blue and black.
I don't see blue. I see gold and white.
Blue and black. I mean, it looked like a black and white picture to me. So
blue and black. I'm like, how can she possibly see gold? And I was bugged out. I don't know literally, I was literally bugged out. Look, blue and black.
Gold.
Blue and black.
I can see it.
I hate. You know what? I hate them little games on social media.
That's what started it.
It makes you. It makes me feel odd because I'm like, how can they manipulate us that 2 people can look at one thing and see 2 different things?
Yeah. Jay Marie saw gold and white too.
I saw gold and white. Like it was clear as day to me. And
the blue and
you said you said the whole picture looked black and white to you.
It looked black and white to me, so I don't know what colors they are.
Yo.
See, Ashley said gold white.
That's hilarious.
I don't like them little mind games. Make me feel like it makes me realize how programmed we are. I don't like.
Or the one with the horse. Is the horse walking forward or backwards? I'm
Oh,
like,
no,
it looks
yeah.
like both to me. You know.
And you know what's funny? If you think in your head the horse is going forward, it will go forward. Then if you think in your head it goes backwards, in my mind, it goes backwards. It was gold and white. Like to me, I don't know where you got blue from.
I wasn't the only one that saw blue and black.
Put
That's
it up
why I'm
there
like, where's the? It was. Now show me what colors you see.
This is gold.
You see gold
and white.
You see white
and gold and white and gold and white and gold and white and gold and white and gold, white, gold, white, gold, white, gold, white.
And you're dead serious.
Yeah, what color is this?
Clearly blue.
That's white as fuck. What are you talking about?
Okay, thanks for zooming in to show more people.
That is hilarious. First of all, I'm mad that Jay did this whole thing during the football game.
Yeah, you heard the football game. Yes, watch.
This motherfucker, he wants to play games on social media during the football game. You know how pissed I would be if somebody came up to me and be like, during the football game, what color you think this is? What the fuck? I don't know. I know the color of the Broncos and the Chargers playing on the TV. Yeah. She said, I saw purple. That wasn't even that color wasn't even in the conversation. Yeah.
Oh God, that's why something serious. That's what's serious. Oh wait, and this is a bigger version of it. Here we go, so Mike can get a better view.
I'm either cold or hot. Like I swear I am going through menopause. I don't even know.
I said this is lighthearted fun, but I swear I see like that's blue.
That is gold and white, like for real.
Like you said, that's crazy. That's what you see to me.
I still can't tell what that is. Like, text me the picture.
It's blue. It's blue. I can see I did not see a little purple, but it damn sure ain't no gold and white. I see blue and black. But that's just weird. Like you said, how people.
I mean, I see how they getting gold because it doesn't look dark like that, like black.
Yeah, it's got shimmery. It's like a gold thing. It's gold.
It don't look. Yeah.
It's called marriage. It's called pay attention to me. Oh, with the football game. Yeah, in the middle of the game. Look, what color do you see? People on here. I said,
no, please, just let me watch the game. I don't want to. Can we do this right after the game? Like, can you wait till the commercial comes on? Can you just wait till the commercial comes on before you ask me what color is this? Shit. All I need during the game is for you to say, "Are you hungry?" That's it. That's all I need. That's all I need to hear. Are you hungry? What you want, whatever you make, I'm good.
People like you did right. Yeah, yes, I played along. I didn't really start playing along until she laughed at me and talk about what, and that's why I didn't record because I can't believe she's saying something with her eyes.
And now they record their activities now.
I will record you because this is just. You can't really be serious.
Yeah.
That you see
your body is getting ready for Texas weather. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm hot. First, I was cold. That's why I got this hoodie on. Then I'm hot. There's a lot going on in my brain right now. There's a whole lot of mess. But yeah, please don't. The funny thing is, yeah, I almost dislike y'all too, just the way I dislike the couple on the damn plane. All this damn happiness.
I just want to be happy. That's my new motto. I've been saying that for the last 2 weeks. I just want to be happy. I want stress-free. I don't want no drama. I just want to be happy. What's the problem? Let's just figure it out. I don't want to argue. I just want to be happy. That's it.
The only time I want to argue is when we on this show. Other than that, I'm good. Hot flashes, Mike. Yes, Stacey, I'm going through it. Like for real. Like now I want to take the damn hoodie off, but I know I'll have it off for 5 minutes and then I'll be like, then I'll get chilly. I'm like, what type of nonsense is going on? And then I got to deal with Jay Black and Lady Q being fucking happy. Like, what is it? Like, who needs all this?
Good morning, Miss Holland, Sandrea. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, Stacey said me too. All right, so you want to get into a dad paying for everything ain't enough topic, or do you want to talk about D-Ray Davis and his chick?
Well, first, let's talk about the dad thing first, because D-Ray Davis, we can chill. I mean, men all pause. Very nice, Jay Marie. I like to play how you broke it down. That's hilarious.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna play this and get your thoughts. Play
bills, then she should take care of the kids, which is wild to me because paying bills does not give you the license to be an absent, present father. What the f you mean just because you pay some bills that you don't have to help your son learn how to read? Who the f told you, even if you paid all the bills, that you don't have to raise your own kids that's in the house with you? Nigga better make a motherfucker pack a lunch every now and again, nigga. Pick them up from soccer and some shit. This is why women are leaving y'all asses, because you think that you don't gotta help. You mean to tell me that if your wife has been struggling, she need a night out, that you ain't gonna make time to watch your own mother kids so she can relax? You think that being a man is just paying all the bills, but you don't know that just paying all the bills is not enough for a functional, reciprocal relationship where both parties feel poured into. You have to do more as a man. If he's paying all the money.
All right.
Okay. Let's be clear. I don't disagree with what he's saying. But stop saying just paying all the bills, motherfucker. Stop. Take that word just. Because the stress that comes with paying all the bills ain't just. And sometimes the reason why you can't pack a lunch is because your ass is out here hustling, trying to pay the bills. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's not that you don't want to be in your kids' lives. It's not that you don't want to spend time with them. It's that you the motherfucker who's got to be out here running to pay the bills. Just pay the bills. You out your damn mind. I damn near had a nervous breakdown just trying to pay the fucking bills.
I had
happy anniversary, Sheree and Basil.
Oh, happy anniversary. Yeah. I literally lost time with my kids because I did move to Dallas to get a job to just pay the fucking bills. So everybody can just do what the fuck they wanted to do. So everybody can just have exactly what they wanted. So they can just have the fucking Christmas that everybody stresses you to have for them. Just to pay a few $1,000s for a Sweet 16. Fuck out of here with the just.
Well, a lot of the girls were just clapping in the comments saying he hit it nail on the head. He preaching. He's right.
The reason why women...
women say that because I have to just pay the bills and just drive everybody everywhere and just be everybody's therapist and just do everything.
And it's tough, and people get shortchanged. So
all I had to do was just pay the bills. Then I'd have time for me.
Shit, I ain't had no time for me.
Oh, now Jay Marie, get what you're saying. Jay, you would just say he did not know. No, he's right.
Because this is what I love about guys when they preaching. You can't just put a blanket on every relationship on why a father might be an absentee father or why a mother might be an absentee mother. You just can't throw a blanket, but everybody wants to be a fucking therapist and throw their situation on and be like, it's just this. You got to do this. Sometimes I can't be in Dallas and in Jersey at the same damn time. Like I couldn't do it. So no, I miss recitals. So yeah. There was nothing. What do you want me to do? There's certain situations that people go through. And I always said it. Being around Shawnee for this week, it is amazing how much shit she does. Like, it's intense. And she just goes. And I'm like, whew. I said, this is a lot. And I know my ex-relationship that she the reason why I failed was because we weren't around each other.
I got you, Ash.
And she had three girls that she was running around having to do everything. But it wasn't because I didn't want to be here. So I just don't I agree with what he's saying. Like, I do understand when women get pissed off, when as guys, we go like, oh, I got to babysit the kids. You're not babysitting, motherfucker. You dad.
Well, I do look at it as babysit. When Lady Q's like, I gotta go run to the store. I gotta watch my son. I gotta babysit. Like I do. I look at it.
And that term is.
What you gonna take your mom out for her birthday? You need me to babysit? Come on, like how long y'all gonna be? Like that's real talk. That's real. That's how my brain.
But
But why you don't want to sit with your kid? It's your kid. It's your kid.
It does look like it's babysit because we don't do it every day. Well, for the one like in my, if I don't do it every day, is looked at as, oh, that's your job, not mine. Like you do that every day. I go to work and I pay the bills, you know, and you take care of the house. Like we all have our roles. You have your lane. I have my lane. Like
I mean, that's different because if somebody want to come over here and pay all of these bills, and I can focus on my daughters and what I want to do, and I don't, because paying the bills, sometimes that's a strategy. You got to figure some shit out. I don't know. I can only speak for me, so I get a little offended because, like, on top of trying to pay bills, I got a hospital stay I got to fucking deal with. My kids are active, so I don't want their lifestyle to change and want them to be able to continue to participate in their sports and shit. And when all of that, and I'm sorry I'm cussing, but I do get frustrated about it. But when one person got to do that, and then we're listening to him saying, well, if you paying the bills, in my mind, if he paying all the bills and you don't have to go to work, you don't have to punch a clock. You ain't got to figure out how I'm gonna pay the fucking light bill, how I'm gonna keep the cell phones on, how I'm gonna keep us from getting evicted. If you don't have to think about that shit, then shut the fuck up and let him just pay the bills and do what the fuck you got to do. Now, if your salary has to contribute to taking care of your household and how y'all living, okay, then I can understand that. You know, yeah, Dad, you got to step up. You're gonna have to do a little bit more. But coming from where I'm at and where I sit in this, whoever it is, if it's the dad that's staying home with the kids, because sometimes that happens and the woman makes more money and she takes care of the house, that's cool. I ain't knocking nobody for that. But if, man, that's your role to sit at home and take care of the house and you don't have to go punch a clock and figure out how we gonna pay this, or we gonna have somewhere to stay, or we gonna have something to just shut up, take care of the goddamn kids.
Well, Ashley wanted me to run it back. I think she missed something, so I'm gonna play this again.
I'll be right back. I get some
bills.
Right.
Then she should take care of the kids, which is wild to me because paying bills does not give you the license to be an absent, present father. What the you mean? Just because you pay some bills that you don't have to help your son learn how to read? Who the told you, even if you paid all the bills, that you don't have to raise your own kids that's in the house with you? Nigga, better make a motherfucker pack a lunch every now and again, nigga, pick them up from soccer and some shit. This is why women are leaving y'all asses, because you think that you don't gotta help. I mean, to tell me that if your wife has been struggling, she need a night out, that you ain't gonna make time to watch your own mother kids so she can relax? You think that being a man is just paying all the bills, but you don't know that just paying all the bills is not enough for a functional, reciprocal relationship where both parties feel poured into. You have to do more as a man. If he
And I think it just depends on how their house is set up. Because I mean, if he paying all the bills and you don't have to, that's not your worry. Like, that's a lot. That's a whole lot. If somebody come take that part away, my attitude would be different.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be so grumpy. Somebody come say, hey, I got this. I got this. You just do you. Don't worry about nothing. Shit, okay.
And I
you want to be taken care of.
That both parents. No, it ain't about necessarily being taken care of because it's a team. But yeah, if you have a child, you should pour into your child more than, well, I go to work every day and pay these bills. I mean, you got to teach them how to tie their shoes. You got to do something. You got to do something.
I mean, you do. Here's the thing. As a what?
I don't know what that is.
I make his life as stress-free as possible. Oh, this is a cute comment.
As a stay-at-home mom, I make his life stress-free as possible. So who makes my life stress-free? We know bills are stressful, but taking care of everything else is... that's stressful too. That's what I'm saying.
It's all
That's
stress.
what I'm saying. Yeah, shit, both parts. So if that's the thing, like Lady Q said, she make your life less stressful. You
Who
know,
makes her stress free?
come home to a whole bunch of shit. But yeah,
I
it
think
should
it's
work both ways because the operative word he said in there was reciprocal. So
it is a little bit more stressful paying all the bills, right?
Well, I don't know. Raising a family, raising kids. I don't know.
Well, all the
I don't
kids
think
rely on you to make sure that they got a place.
You got to take care of their health, their doctors, or the. I mean, I don't think either one is more stressful than the other. I think they're both stressful, but I think people just throw a blanket on every relationship and think that this is what you got.
Yeah, if I had somebody just here to take them everywhere they had to go, that was that. When we were in a situation where I could have driving service for them, that helped so much. Just that. I mean, now I had to pay for it. I had to figure the money out to pay for it, but you know,
Yeah, I don't want to trade places though. I don't. It is a lot of work.
No, it's amazing. And
no,
but then she burns the bacon this morning. Then about that. So
what?
she trying.
What?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to come out.
I absolutely agree with Miss One that it needs to be.
She burned the bacon.
She burned the bacon.
She gave me a heads up. She burnt the bacon. I guess because she's running around trying to get him situated and burnt the bacon.
But at least she made it.
The taking care of a household is stressful. It is stressful. I've never downplayed it. I'm telling you. Maybe because I haven't been in a household for a long time with somebody, but the fact that the first thing the woman does is she gets up. I'm just gonna give you a quick synopsis on a Shawnee schedule that I saw. Now, this is not her schedule all the time because they got to do track and field. So the woman wakes up, and I'm like, "You cooking dinner now?" She said, "Yeah, I'm gonna take care of this now," and she preps everything with the food, and then it's off to take the kids to school. Then it's to come back and she gets on the computer and starts working. Then it's going to pick the kids up. Then it's going to either football games, softball games, cross country. I'm like, this is a lot. So I understand, and that's just a bit of what happened. I can't even remember everything else. The burnt on the bacon is like extra flavor. I do like my bacon burnt. I ain't gonna lie. I like the crunchy bacon.
No, I can't front though, because I woke up with a sore neck. She did give me a massage before I came upstairs for the. So I can't for everything. I can't complain about a lot because I complain. I'm like, well, she did.
Yeah,
she do make sure.
So you should be happy to hang out.
But I will say this:
when she want to go do whatever, if she want to go do
whatever.
Whatever she want to do.
Do I still have my job in the research department? Yeah,
we
never fired you.
Yes,
we be wondering where you
You've been on leave of absence this whole shit.
You just disappeared and took sick days that you ain't even have. You ain't even have sick days. Like we've been waiting on you. You one of them temp services. Like you just pop in and pop out. Like you like do a little research and then take a few days off. Wait a second. I mean, I know we take some days off too. We tap out. We get it.
Yeah, he's been on a leave of absence. Now he's back. He's back. I guess he's back.
Now you want to work. Oh, now you.
What is it when you take a leave? You guarantee your job when you come back. I don't even know what it's called, but yeah. So you good.
But that's for health reasons. That's like you. Yeah, you always got. That's for health reasons. That's not because you just disappeared. Massage did she choke you? Domestic violence is serious shit. You stupid. Oh, so that's what I was gonna say. The other thing is and women and men, we both do this. If you get a person accustomed to you taking care of certain things, and you got to train us. Like you got to literally sit there and be like, Mike, this is how you do this so that you know when I need you to do it, you can do it. But if we ain't got no training and you leave us home, expect 30 phone calls like, yo, where is the so-and-so and how do I and why is this washing machine like where do I put the detergent in this washing machine? Like you got to get us, you got to train us. Like you got to give us on the job training before you leave. Like you gotta.
Well, I did miss Mike last night though, because I ain't have nobody to walk to 7-Eleven. Shut up. No, I
So you missed him last night. You need to cut him.
Yeah, because
so you
nobody
only missed him to run errands for you. That's what you missed. You
Because
missed
my
somebody to go
job
be your F boy.
He was
Yeah.
always
Go to
going to 7-Eleven or taking
Go do this.
I always say it. No, I always gonna be like, yo,
7-Eleven.
I'm running to 7-Eleven. You need something. Like that's just
like,
being
damn,
courteous.
I
You're like,
need
you need something. Now you
Ain't
gotta
seen
walk to
girls
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven. I ain't got to walk to 7-Eleven. I said, well, damn.
So that's kind of good though. So she needs that support and help there. You know, you're single and free, and so y'all helping each other out. Like that's interesting to me. Wow.
Nah, it was a good team atmosphere. It was all right. Like it was good.
It worked out.
And Shawnee's she's a very reliable person. So if I say, can you just book that flight for me? She'll be like, yep. And I'm like, well, I'm going to 7-Eleven, and I'll take the trash out while I'm going. It was a good team. It was a team effort. Like it was.
So no disappointment. Nobody got disappointed. The other one dropped the ball and didn't do what they said they was going to do. So that's good. That's good.
Was I disappointed in anything? I mean,
did she cook for you? Like, you didn't helping out.
Okay. What do you mean?
Yeah, she was cooking. She was cooking it up. But I'm late. I'm the type of like, do you want to go get something? But like I said, she wakes up in the morning and she starts dinner in the morning time, so that it's already
got the crock pot.
I made breakfast and dinner. Yeah, because we have to eat. Like today, well, I don't know because I don't know what we get to do today.
I ain't been used to that, yo. Like you used to that because Lady Q got you spoiled. I ain't been used to that.
The girls set the tone of the house, and it depends on what they got going on. What I'm gonna do.
Like there's always some like Lady Q has bacon. Shawnee's thing is she puts some sausages out on the oven, and then there's some scrambled eggs that you can grab and do whatever.
All right, links or patties? Sausage links or patties?
Links.
Well, right now it's links, but sometimes I do the patties.
Okay.
It just depends on what I buy at the store. But right now we got all these links, and then they like the what's them croissant things, frozen. So they do that and the something else. But as long as they had it, they
did that last night. Well, into this morning, cooked chicken, chill overnight.
Yep.
I'll be prepping. I'm like, all right, I'm good.
What's my go-to dinner? It just depends on what they want. I mean, I buy the food and they say what they want.
Go-to dinner. Well, I'm saying my go-to dinner is what I want to eat.
We not cooking. It's what we prefer.
You leave it to me. You leave it to me.
Bacon and eggs.
That George Foreman grill would be popping because I put everything in the George Foreman grill. Everything.
I don't even think Mike touched the stove while he was here.
No, other than grab.
Well, as a guest, he shouldn't. As a guest, he shouldn't have to. So it wouldn't. Now, if he lives there,
I felt bad because
yes, shit, I had to go to the hospital.
Yeah, I wasn't really a guest.
But you were back the next day. You were okay enough to function, right? But either way,
some days. Yeah, some days.
I'm sure y'all will figure all that out, living arrangement. Because he has to come back because you got another situation coming up. So, yeah, Mike, he would back.
Yeah, we ain't got to go to dinner, dog. Like, I like chicken parm.
Go to dinner. Let's see. What's the easiest? Let's see. The girls like beef tips and gravy, but I haven't made that in a while because right now they're playing, so that's a heavy meal. They playing sports right now.
Just give me some fried chicken, some mashed potatoes, corn with some cornbread, and I'm good.
Yeah, that's always
they like
easy
fried chicken. We had fried chicken while Mike was
macaroni and cheese.
Oh, we did have I said, then I just had some fried chicken.
We had fried chicken. We had spaghetti. We had.
Well, damn, homies.
We had, what else did I make? Pork chops.
Yeah, we had pork chops. Country style ribs, yams, green onions, and eggs. Fire meal. I didn't know you were gonna put the eggs in there. Shawnee Scott, how much is a plate?
You ready to buy it? You can sell platters, Shawnee.
Nah.
I was walking downstairs in her building so much that people was They thought I lived there for real. I was like, what up? Good morning.
I bet.
But
How you
hold
doing,
up. Hold up.
Mr. Scott?
Why is it, Jay? Why is it? Why don't we don't speak to people in public?
No.
Shoni speaks to everybody. Like literally, it's like, good morning. How you doing?
I noticed that. I think it's their culture down that Dallas, down south atmosphere. They naturally, genuinely speak.
You speak to.
She was speaking to everybody when I was like, dang, she don't know these people. I thought she said no. I'm like, oh, I thought it was strange as I don't know what. Because where I'm at, we mind our damn business. You know? Unless it's a room full of white people, you see somebody black, we do the head nod. That's the only thing. Other than that, you mind your business.
You say hello, how you doing? Good morning. Yeah, we on the elevator together. Good morning.
Yeah. Like normally I get on the elevator. I don't say nothing, but it turned into like it's I think it is.
Why are you talking to all these people? Because that's what I do. I speak to people.
Like for real. And I started saying hi to people.
You start saying, how y'all doing?
When I got off the elevator,
you start saying hi to
the guy at the front desk be like, hey, good morning. They be like, good morning. I'm like, okay. I guess this is what we do. The lady next to me at the elevator, she was like, "Oh, I really like your sneakers." I was like, "Well, thank you very much." She was like, "You new here?" And I was like, "Well,
see, they're being too newsy." See,
we're not being nosy.
You said that?
No, she's not. If she saw him come out my door, and if it's who I think it is, yeah, she probably just.
I got the key. I was like, well, it's South. If you're walking down the street, you must speak to elders sitting on the porch.
Yes, you do. If you walking down the street and they out on the porch, you say, hey, how y'all doing?
Man, you could be having a seizure and a stroke. People walk right by you like, man,
dog.
Mind your business.
No, it was such. And the funny thing is that I stayed out there for 7 to 8 years, but I was by myself out there, so I never really experienced this whole.
The family atmosphere? Oh.
No, the chit-chatting, the little public conversation. Like normally you just don't, you just buy, you go to 7-Eleven, you just buy your food and you get on out, grab the Slurpee and go to hell home.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at 7-Eleven, I don't speak to people. But if I'm walking down the street and somebody's walking towards me and we make eye contact, then I'm gonna say, hello, how you doing? I really don't care how they doing, but just, hey, how you doing? It's a polite thing to do.
And it'd be one thing, like, but it's anyway, we gotta go. All right.
We
gotta go. All right.
Announcement coming soon, though.
We got a fight.
Y'all, I don't know. Something's going on. He been staying there too long, then he's going back. Why he ain't getting no apartment or something? That's weird that he's gonna be. But I guess friends help friends out. So we'll see.
Yeah, and friends. He's single, so he can stay.
First come marriage.
And shout out to my twins. Let me shout them out for their homecoming. I know they're in school right now, but they ain't hearing it. But they had their homecoming dance and they look really nice.
Nice. I did see the pictures online. The girls did look amazing. I was like, man, they getting so grown. They get well. I don't want to.
Every time I was at the comedy,
my bad.
Every time I'm at the comedy show, I was chatty. Well, this is my environment, so that's different. Like when I'm at a comedy club, that's my environment. So I'm chatting. When I'm just, I didn't know
work mode. Work mode is
but
different.
When I'm on the elevator, I've never initiated conversation until I saw that everybody talked in the elevator. I was like, oh shit, okay. Or like the one dude was like, oh, they always got events. I missed the events. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? But there's a little sign on the elevator that tells you the events. And he was like, I always miss them events. And then I was like, oh, I said, all right. So you want to talk too? Okay. All right. Anyway, love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that and understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute. Just saw somebody walk up on my door. Every minute, every second. You fight for everything.
You
like
registered to vote.
Fight for you registered to vote. Fight for your happiness and never let anybody take it from you. And if you see somebody in public, be nice to them if they're nice to you. But if you're in Philly, mind your motherfucking
damn business. We out.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.